At first, there was nothing. Pure, absolute nothing. Nothingness that you can't even feel, but that nothingness was still something. Nothing. Then, Roy opened his eyes. Suddenly, there was everything. Trees with amazing shapes and enormous mountains. Twisted, long rivers flowing through the land made of clay. Beautiful sunset was starting to cover everything under its quilt. Roy fell in love with this place on his first sight. He noticed plasticine hills falling from air. He said to himself, "Am I witnessing the creation? Am I the first one to ever put a feet on this world?" He then decided to enter the nearest forest to fully appreciate the nature surrounding him. When he was walking in the woods, he heard some weird noises coming down the forest. Were they laughs? Cries? Or just screams? Roy wanted to check it. He was really curious what awaited for him. With every step, noises became louder. Roy didn't know if he was supposed to be scared or if he wanted to check it out even more. After a while, he noticed that the forest is no more here. It was a clearing in the woods, full of some weird creatures resembling chefs. Black hair, black shirts, cooking hats and aprons. But some of them were wearing pink. All of them were laughing, jumping and minding their own business. Roy smiled and decided to stay here and get some sleep. Suddenly, chefs raised their arms, and for Roy's surprise, green, sticky bombs were in their hands. He didn't know what to say. It was too much for him. They didn't throw them out. They started jumping with them and laughing. "Throw them out!" Roy shouted. They ignored him, as they didn't even understand the word. In a split of a second, some of the chefs just vaporized with the blast. Roy stood there, shocked. Why did they do that? How did they get these bombs out in the first place? Roy was tired, which was weird. He just started his life. There was so much more to do. But he decided to get some rest and figure out the bomb situation in the morning. The night was warm, and the place felt familiar. Roy lay down and went to sleep quickly, despite endless screams and laughs. Roy opened his eyes and stood up. Everything was burning down. The forest looked like a massive giant castle, ready to collapse at any moment. He started to panic. He didn't know what to do. Then he noticed some women kneeling on the grass.
They were here,
she said to herself. Roy was scared. He wanted to run. Woman raised and noticed him.
And what are you? A small, mindless plasticine creature doing here?
He stood still, terrified.
Do you like my work of art?
She angered Roy a little. Work of art. She just destroyed the very thing he loved. She turned beautiful woods into the pile of dust and ashes. Woman started to look angered. Futuristic bomb went out of her.
Answer me.
Suddenly, Roy didn't feel terrified. He felt furious. You're mad, he said.
Wrong. Answer.
The woman took a swing. And then there was nothing. Pure, Absolute nothing. Nothingness that you can't even feel. And that nothingness really was nothing.